Insanity is living out of touch with truth. Truth is corresponding to reality. And here's the thing about being insane. A person doesn't have to be insane every single moment of life. The definition of insanity is a state of mind that impedes the ability to think, reason, or behave in ways that are considered normal. You can drift in and out of reality or sanity. You can do very well with regard to one area, but be completely nuts and insane in another. See, in truth, we all have these sort of little moments here or there of being insane, at least in kind of the casual sense of the word. But there are many people who live life insane whenever certain topics or areas emerge. Take, for example, the whole no kings crap from over the weekend. Now, for the record, the crowd sizes were greatly exaggerated. It wasn't 7 million, but the largest protest in the world history. Shut up. They lied about it like the supposed huge crowd in Boston. MSNBC, also known as MSDNC, just flat out lied when they showed this picture, this video, lying about it being a no kings thing, when in reality it was from a totally different event on August 19th, 2017. This video's 8 years old. That does not happen by accident. It was a deliberate lie because they really do believe you are just that stupid, as pointed out by this intrepid ex-poster. Thanks for doing that there. By the way, if you're in TV, you understand like how video gets on the air. For that video is from archive. It's 8 years old. Somebody had to go run down the hall or do whatever it is they do, find that video, and then stick it into the broadcast. That video, if it were live, like it says live on there, that would have been being fed back through whatever means they have, either satellite or, online, whatever it was. They come into the building in two different, very different things. There's no way this could be mistaken for being live. They had to go get it, retrieve it from a server somewhere. So, yeah, that's deliberate. But regarding the philosophy of no king in general, we know that the left is comprised largely of atheists and or agnostics. Almost 90% of those two groups identify as Democrats. So there's something sort of just under the surface going on here we need to talk about. It's the rejection of not just President Trump, but the entire notion of being accountable to any higher authority with whom they disagree or don't like. And that would include the king, or as the book of Revelation says flat out, the King of Kings. When Jesus was foretelling the end of the world and how it would happen and what would happen, there's a very important nugget regarding kingship. When the Son of Man returns, he will sit on his glorious throne, and he will send out his angels, and they will gather all the nations before him. He's a king. Christ is not only king, but also judge, the final judge, the end of the story, and for many, the end of the line. All earthly authority derives from his divine authority, as he told Pontius Pilate, even if the earthly authority is abused, which oftentimes it is. Again, Pontius Pilate. Christ, king and judge, brings about final justice for all. This is the ultimate rebellion of the no kings crap. It is Trump in the immediate sense, yes, but in Christ, it's in the final sense. Without Christ, there ultimately is no justice. And frankly, without Christ, a final judge. We need a final judge to bring about that final justice. Without that, why should any human being strive for justice for himself or, just as importantly, for others? I mean, if you can do all manner of evil and somehow manage to cleverly evade earthly justice, well, then why not? What would be wrong with it? If you're never going to get caught and you know you can, you get away with it, and yeah, maybe this person winds up hurt or broke or whatever. I mean, that's kind of, well, whatever, but screw them. Have a field day. If that's your philosophy of life, you have a field day. Look out for number one and screw over anyone you need to. That is life without Christ. That is life without justice. That is life with no king. Coming to you from Houston, Texas, I'm Gary Michael Voris. God love you.